So the radiator overheated in the van. Hey, Randy. And we have vultures circling us outside. Of course, they all hide, you camera shy burbs. As far as days to be stranded by the road goes, this is beautiful. Yeah, I don't know if you can see, but vultures circling in the distance. It is a beautiful, beautiful day. Nobody knows how to get over a lane. And there's vultures circling us. But it's a beautiful day. George, if you are ever watching this, thank you so much for coming to our rescue. Don't nobody hit my hubby with their vehicle. It's day 6. We have made it home safe and sound thanks to the help of our good friend George, who met us on the side of the highway and took us to Walmart to get some radiator fluid and different things. Sorry for the shaky cam. I left my tripod in the other room. It is a scorcher today. I know I say that like almost every day, but it's another one. The nice thing about it though is resin casting is super easy because my resin's already nice and good temperature for working with. So I'm doing another batch of cabochons for the Patreon craft crates, and then just busy day. So much, like Tokyo and Tulsa's coming up and really got to get some inventory made for that. So back to work. At the end of a long day, I really do love to come out and just hang out with my chickens. They make a mess of things, and we finally have them contained to their enclosure, which you can see has this really nice shade cloth over it. I still need to cover up this bit with some more bird netting just to keep them in a little bit more, but I should be able to get around to actually having a garden this year now that these guys will not be doing what they do so well. You can see I've still got the rolls of bird netting there behind Ginger. There's Saffron being a booger, and there's Nutmeg. Hey, pretty girl. How's it hanging? She's an Easter egger, and she loves pecking at me to see if I am edible. Sometimes she'll hop up on me. Come on up, baby. Good girl. Oh, look how pretty you are. Such a pretty dinosaur. And she likes my Fitbit knockoff watch. Yeah, this is Nutmeg. She's a good girl. Bird's eye view. And there's Ginger. And yeah, you can see the way that they can kick and stuff. They've been doing that in my vegetable beds all year, which is great over here where I want them to be working on the compost, but it's not so great for my beans. Couple of grumpy hens. Grumpy broody hens, aren't you? Yes. It's so hard being a burb. Especially when you're just a little burb, huh, Cinnamon? These morning glories are coming through and taking over everything. Y'all, I am tired. It is still day 6, which is awesome. That's a good thing. It has been such a long day though. Randy went to bed without me. He's had just a horrible headache all day, and so he was like, honey, I'm going to bed. So I got the house to myself and I don't know what to do. It sounds weird. Like, Randy and I are totally like codependent. Like, we're conjoined at the hip at all times, like everywhere we go together. So this is strange to have an evening to myself, just without hearing him watching his stuff over there, and I'm ready to go. But hopefully he gets to feeling better. We have an appointment in the morning to get our van repaired. Hopefully it will just be a leaky radiator hose. I just finished gutting out the upstairs air conditioner because, sorry, fireworks. It's close to the 4th of July, so people have to go blow up their money. We have a big dark spot on the ceiling. I'm actually gonna flip the camera around and show you guys. So that's our new spot on the ceiling, and you can see where the holes had been drilled previously so that water wouldn't pool, it would just drain out. But now that is from that spot right there, that beautiful little thing, is from the upstairs air conditioner. Apparently had been leaking water. Didn't find out till we found the spot. And then we get up there and it's like a good, like, just the floor soaked. It's soaked all down the wall, and I'm like, oh god. I am not a good homeowner, you guys. Like, some people are like diligent and like check things, and I'm like, can't it just work? I want it to be the future and stuff not break all the time. It really feels like something's breaking about once a week on average, and we just find a way to deal with it. But I'm tired. I'm pretty tired. Which brings me to a motivational picture of words that I saw on Instagram. I don't recall who posted it, but it said, "We repeat what we do not repair." And that is resonating really strongly with me today, because Randy and I put more radiator fluid, like coolant, into the fan like 2 weeks ago, maybe. I'm not good at time passage. But here we were again today at the side of the road. And so it's like, what we don't repair, we repeat. Or we repeat what we don't repair. Then this air conditioner, it's like, I knew I should have gone through. I did the clean out, like I cleaned out the filters and the vents and everything on all of the other Windows units except for the upstairs one. It's like, dang it, Vaughn. And now I'm afraid the ceiling's gonna fall in on me from water damage. And so I'm just really glad that at least I'm getting my diet and exercise on track. And I say that, but they've been on track for, this is week 5. I'm almost done with week 5. What the crap? Like, oh my god, time has flown by. Like, boom. I don't know if y'all could hear that, but there was a firework going pew. It's like, that's how quickly I feel like time has flown by. Like, at least I'm not feeling like, oh my god, it's only been 6 weeks. It feels like it's been years. So there's that. Still horribly ill-prepared for Tokyo and Tulsa. I don't know what we're gonna do for inventory. But we're pretty close to being done prepping for Patreon packages. We just have to wait for Patreon to finish going through. And that way we know who gets shipped what where, and hopefully all of that will go smoothly. Oh, that'd be nice. But I think I'm gonna do some yoga and just focus on not focusing on anything for a minute, if that makes sense, because it's just, thank goodness for meal prep though. I don't know how I would have gotten through how busy we've been. 6 weeks. Well, it'll just be 5 weeks. because it'll be the beginning of week 6 in a couple of days. So it hasn't been 6 weeks, it's only been 5. So I'm having to remind myself that it's like, my life isn't flowing by faster than I can, you know, it feels like they're words on a scrolling sign and they're scrolling by faster than I can read them, and I'm like, whoa, just slow down. I just want to enjoy this for a minute. And so I think, yeah, I'm gonna go do yoga and enjoy this for a minute. But also, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about something that I wish I had been talked to about probably 15 years ago. And that is playing off of yesterday's vlog post, if you guys are watching this chronologically. But I had said yesterday that, in case you didn't watch it, which you should, because I don't know, you don't have to watch anything. It's okay to be a work in progress. Not everything has to be perfect. Bam. Like, your eating's right, your exercise is right, you're getting enough sleep, your house is clean, your ceiling's not falling in, your van still works. Like, things don't have to be perfect all at once, all together, right away, or ever. Like, just drinking a little bit more water, just walking a little bit more, just sleeping a little longer, you know, do something, sacrifice something so that you can get an extra 30 minutes of sleep. You know, it's, you know your schedule better than anybody. It's prioritize. And sometimes, you know, and y'all who know me, I've got a lot. If one of those circus acts where they're spinning all the plates, I usually have quite a few different plates spinning at any given time, and I've had to set some plates down. Because if you don't set, this is a metaphor, if you don't set the plates down, you're going to end up dropping and breaking some. And so to make the conscious and active decision to set the plate down to come back to later, that's helped me a lot. And a big thing that I've set down was gardening. I did not get a lot of my hot crops into the ground. It was like, I can't focus on that right now. And I love gardening. I absolutely love gardening. And I say that I put the plate down, but I still sprinkled some seeds. I've got some zinnias and stuff blooming out there. Y'all saw the footage today. And I'm really grateful for that. And thank goodness for perennials, like stuff that I planted last year coming back to bloom. But it's like, I knew I wasn't going to have time to harvest anything. So I'm like, I'm not even going to plant it because I'm not going to have time to harvest it. And I've put my music on, I've put that plate down. I don't practice the guitar as much as I would like. We just got the piano tuned, but I don't practice the piano as much as I would like. And those are things that it's like I've had to prioritize. And so it's not perfect, but I feel like I'm doing really well at the things that I'm focusing on. And that's progress. So don't have too many balls in the air, whatever kind of circus analogy that, or metaphor that I might come up with. To build on that though, each of us are works of art. We are works in progress. We are, you know, we are not yet our final form. We can sculpt and shape and contour and refine and whatever term you want to use, but we are daily a work in progress. And as artisans, everybody's creative in their own way. I won't hear it if somebody's like, oh, I'm not creative. I'm like, there's something. You could be a good conversationist, you know, talking to people, you know, communicating. You could be writing, you could be music, you could dance, you could even just in the solitude of your mind, you can have your creativity with just a vivid imagination. Or it's like everybody existing is a creative force with your thoughts, with your ideas, you know. And I feel like, at least for myself, if I'm not creating something, then I feel like I'm just consuming and destroying. And it's so taking that energy and channeling it into a way where you're being creative or constructive or, you know, something, is how I get through it. Everybody's different, but as a creative being in this world, you can shape and define and change yourself. You are an artisan, and you as a person are your greatest work of art. So don't, just like in my wire wrapping and art tutorials and stuff, it's like, just because you didn't plan it that way doesn't mean that it can't be that way. This is what I planned, but this is what's happening, and that's okay. And that's more than okay, it's beautiful, because I could have never planned something that amazing, that unique, that exciting. You know, it's more fun because it's not what I expected. Let that same acceptance and love be on yourself as well. And this is something I need to practice what I preach, because this is easier said than done. You can know all day long what you need to do, what you need to be thinking towards yourself, what you know, but until you practice it, even if you don't feel like there's a whole lot of belief behind the words, just practice saying them to yourself. Practice being kind to yourself, and you'll be able to shape yourself into your greatest expression, you know. And also, as creative beings, we aren't a painting on the wall. We're a dance, we're a music, we're a composition of a million different things that are so much more than the sum of what we are. So you are perfect in every way. And you're constantly growing and changing and evolving and just morphing into this newest, most amazing version of yourself. But you also play a very active role in that. So it can be pretty exhausting. I am exhausted. But I am happier than I think I have ever been. As a result, Randy's a lot happier because he's not having to put up with me being miserable and like freaking out over, oh my god, the air conditioner, the fan, the ceiling, the everything. I'm coping with this stuff way better than what I normally would have been, and that's pretty cool. But I'm excited to, the phrase I keep hearing people toss around is living your best life. I am excited to be living my best life right now in this moment, because these moments are so fleeting and just slip right past us if we aren't paying attention. So I'm gonna go slow down for a minute and do some yoga and just probably hang out with my cat. You know, so however you guys need to, I'd like to hear your thoughts on this, because I feel like I just said a bunch of hippie stuff and I don't really know if I made a point at all, but I got into a ramble there, so let me know what you think. And this is probably going to be my last entry for the day, because I've got like 30 other things, but I'm not thinking about that right now. I'm going to go to yoga. So I will see y'all in tomorrow's video. Bye guys. Keep on keeping on and all that good stuff, and I don't know. I love y'all though. Bye.